here. He couldn't have been much clearer, could he, in his messaging there, Jamie, Liam Rossini, when we heard from him? No, even though he's only been here a few days, he expects his team to know what he wants from them.
He's put his best laid plans. He's set out this week, probably to go with, João Pedro and Delap as a front two working. All of a sudden, the run. I want it to be fearless. I want it to be brave. Get on the ball.
At Chelsea, he was released at the age of 14. Now, as a 27-year-old today, he gets this first leg of the semi. So in the third minute, Enzo Fernandez lifts his corner, tries to get it on top of Arisa Balaga, but just misjudges it into the side netting. Failings in semi-finals of late, looking to get off on a strong footing here, with Saka getting in early and giving Robert Sanchez his first touch. The corner's given, even though Chalabar might have thought he played it against him, but he's actually hurt himself in the process. Rice with the kick. And it's a clear header for Ben White! And the player who scored his last 2 goals against Chelsea way back in April 2024 gets off the mark here and gives Arsenal an early advantage in the semi-final.
But that's just incredible, isn't it? They didn't have to do anything particularly special here, Arsenal. Yeah, the ball was delivered well, but Sanchez just gets blocked out quite possibly this season. They're getting pressed high here.
And Zubimendi's won it back. Rice slots it through. Trossard may have been offside anyway. And some space. Neto on the stretch, drives it against Saliba. Getting tight to Bukayo Saka. That was an eagerly awaited contest. Zubimendi, Gyökeres is free if he can find him. It was a little behind him. He's drawn it in anyway. He gets his shot away, which does get a little nick. And Pedro's cross, it's beyond the reach of Pedro Neto. Saka sends in his kick, hands on it, but not too convincingly from Robert Sanchez, although he may have been fouled. Neto had been sent off in the league game between these two 45 days ago. Marino it was who scored the equaliser. Finding a way beyond Saka and Ben White. And that's cleared by Declan Rice.
That's brilliant play.
Rice has stepped away from the kick. It's Odegaard who takes. Cleared by Chalabar, but Zubimendi lashes it over.
An easy one, quite high. That's a dynamic from the league match.
Esteban slotted it through. It's Achiampong who's through for Chelsea. And he was offside anyway. And Pedro's managed to free himself. It was a really inviting ball he played across, but no takers.
Well, it's a nice bit of football from Chelsea, their best yet, really, in a dangerous area. What a lovely little pass that is. I think it was Pedro Neto into João Pedro.
Which Trossard emerges unscathed, and he gets it back from Timber. Trossard. A really promising move, which ends with another Arsenal corner. Goes in, goalkeeper does get to it. Cucurella waiting for the bounce, has to head it through in the end. Spread wide by Fernandez. And Esteban goes for it from the angle, ambitious, but certainly worked. Arisa Balaga.
They've continually tried to get the ball out onto this right-hand side.
Timber. Zubimendi squaring it to Leandro Trossard. He gets it back from Rice and hits it.
Timber in a bit of space to Trossard's left.
But he's not to be deterred. Trossard close. Eventually ends up back with Rice. Saliba. Oh, tried to curl one, ends up on the roof of the net.
Well, he couldn't resist it in the end. He was invited to shoot. See the blue
to go longer. Finds Esteval. And Achiampong is pulled back by Trossard, which is... well, the yellow card is shown to Trossard. Here's White. Saka taken down by Marc Cucurella, and he's shown a yellow card.
Not too many of those. Battle Saka v Cucurella.
Cucurella chasing back at Saka now. Ben White in support, pulls it right across. Gyökeres! Well, he couldn't miss from that range, but that feels like a big moment for the striker. A goal in a big game.
Well, you can see what it means to him, and maybe most importantly, his teammates. They're delighted for him. It's a poacher's effort, to say the least, this.
Here's Achiampong. First break. Risa Balaga did get to that. That was completely cleaned out. There's Badiashile coming on, and Mark Guiu is the first one off. So Saliba lets it go. It's Odegaard who strikes it. And that one's gone clear by Robert Sanchez.
Well, Arsenal have got it in them to take.
Here's Trossard. Cleared by Chalobah.
Kick Gyökeres into action.
Here's João Pedro. Neto delivering with a cross. It's all the way through to Garnacho! And Chelsea get a foothold! Off the bench to get them back in it. It's Alejandro Garnacho.
Well, he's just hung out at that far post.
Estevao. Well, Gabriel couldn't be sure and had to head it behind. Allen of just calming things down. Saliba given space to run into. Saliba has found Saka, who is looking for a free kick there and gets it, just as Badiashile gets a booking. Marino into the path of Gyökeres, laid off for Zubamendi to strike! And just when Arsenal's command had been called into question, Zubamendi reinforces their determination to get this job done in 90 minutes rather than over 2 legs. Done well there to win it back from Timber, and he goes on. Estevao's strike is toe into Estevao, blocked by Rice. And Marino gets the free kick that he wanted. Gyökeres screened that one from Badiashile, played through by Marino to Gyökeres, and Saka came in on it. Chance! Marino is blocked.
Well, this looked like a really good save. It's just all...
Zubamendi pulls it back for Marino. Martinelli struck by Gabriel against his own colleague. But Estevao still just a little too far behind to messing things up in the middle again. Saliba joining him in that quest. Gabriel came in round the back and headed it into the ground with such force it went over. Driven against Hato. Tackle from behind by Marino has brought him a yellow card. Hato's corner. Garnacho with a hit! He's done it again! A second lifeline offered to Chelsea by the substitute. Liam Rosenior threw on in this second half. And they've got it back to within one. And as he's got Estevao up to his right, and he's used him. Estevao! Flag was up anyway.
What a moment that would have been for him.